On the question of waste management, again, you will say, well, have some incentive system, impose levy on all the others, on refuse generation and collection and so on. This is something which my colleague Edward Yao is thinking of, but he is meeting a lot of resistance. So Charlotte, if you believe you can help him, please do so. He's getting a lot of trouble, even collect levy for plastic bags. He's getting support now in the area. But try to do a little bit more levy on other things will be exceedingly difficult. We're also helping various recycling industries as well. But it's a bit more than that. We've discovered we give incentive on land grant, on technology support, but they want us to also buy the products as well. So it is far more complicated than we believe. But it's something we will still continue to do. And I think we're getting some headway. On the question of relief, every year, within the limits of what we can do in a budget, the financial secretary will outline his budget and to introduce various tax measures. Some of them were targeted at the poor sector of the community. But as the incentives measures goes, we are already over the last 18 months put in roughly about over $80 billion. That is, in addition to that, we are guaranteeing bank loans and so on. So the public purse, the taxpayers, have already paid a lot of money in continuing our incentive schemes. Then the question is asked, can we continue to do this? Now this is somewhere where debate goes on. But everyone, every economist in the world believes what Hong Kong has done is twice as much as the average of OECD countries. And how much more we're able to do would genuinely help the unemployed. And that's a real issue. All I can tell you is, as far as unemployed is concerned, we are doing our utmost. For instance, this year, we have special trainee scheme, intern scheme for university graduates. And that is very popular and is turning out good results. And I understand there is normally, as you know, a higher unemployment rate among younger people. But this is a worldwide phenomenon. This is something, it's not that it's a permanent feature, but most of them will get jobs after a while. But most graduates will have to wait a while before they get employment. For that reason, the unemployment rate among this class of people is normally high. Hong Kong is not unique in this. But what is important that after 6 months or so, they will be able to find jobs. And as a government, we should do our very best to make sure that happens. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang.
Thank you for your opinion. I believe Mr. Zhang will take into consideration our opinions and suggestions when drafting and implementing policies. Now, may we again invite Mr. Zhang to deliver his closing remarks. Mr. Zhang, please.
Well, I am just simply thrilled by this session, because not only you ask questions, you follow my advice to give me your suggestions how the problems could be solved, from the first question on to the last one. And for this, I am most grateful. For most of the concessions I have, people give me questions, things I need to solve. They normally either don't give me the answer or give me the answers to things where I cannot afford to do. Anyway, you are far more realistic, and I'm grateful for that. For that reason, I'm all for that student ask for a vote later on in life. And this is exactly what we should give him, and to every young man who wants to participate in a political process. All I can say is, I'm very grateful for this experience of talking to you, and I treasure this. And your questions today gives me an encouragement to do the same for the remaining 2 policy addresses which I'm going to make in the year 2010 and the year 2011. And I think this is a very meaningful session that I would cherish, and I will continue on. Your views are important. Your views are important not only on this occasion when you talk to me personally. Your views is important. Express it through the internet, through the newspapers, through whatever channels that you have. And also, I have also an address and an email address in the Secretariat. You may use and write to me if you want to. ceo@ceo.gov.hk. Okay, all of you are invited to ask me and use my email address. If you haven't got a chance to ask me a question today, do so on the internet. and I'm happy to receive them. All I can say is, I will make a record of what you asked me, and I will certainly consider them together with other suggestions and views I've received during the consultation exercise. I am very grateful for your views, sharing with me your thoughts, and this process is important and gives me also the confidence of saying that the future of our place depends on its young people. In that regard, I have every confidence Hong Kong will do very well in the future because we have a very good crop of young people as represented by many of you here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Zhang, and thank you, Mr. Zhang, for coming to MSC College. Thank you, the student body of MSC College, for all your opinions and suggestions. Most of all, we appreciate your participation in this event. This is the end of the consultation section. Thank you.